The solo 401k is often compared to the SEP IRA for a number of reasons. The SEP IRA prior to 2001 was clearly a more popular plan and probably a better plan than the solo 401k. And I'll get to that. I think it's important to understand the history so we can get to where we are today and we can talk about why the solo 401k is so much more of a better plan than the SEP IRA. But before we do that, let's look at the history. Prior to 2001, prior to what's called the Economic Growth, Tax Relief and Reconciliation Act, which was passed by President Bush after 9/11, the SEP IRA basically did the same as the solo K. Okay, it was just a pure profit sharing plan, meaning if you're self-employed, single member LLC, sole proprietorship, 20% of your comp up to a max. In 2018, that max is $55,000. If you are W-2 employed, it's 25% of your W-2 compensation up to that $55,000 max. There's no loan feature. There's no catch-up of $6,000. All pre-tax. There's no Roth. But that was it. The SEP was easy. You basically can set up for free at any local bank. Fill out a 5305. Easy to administer. And that's what people did. Some people did set up 401ks or KIOs, but it wasn't super attractive because the SEP pretty much gave you the same benefits. Some people like the solo K for creditor protection, but overall it was the same benefits. 2001 came along and gave the solo 401k extra value. It basically treated the solo K like a regular 401k. It added an employee deferral, which in 2018 is $18,500, plus that $6,000 catch-up of $24,500. The solo K already had the profit sharing, so that already equaled the SEP IRA. So it gave you the employee deferrals. So it allowed you to hit your maximum contribution of $55,000 or $61,000 for 18 much quicker. It gave the 401k the loan feature, or the solo 401k the loan feature, like the regular 401k did. The loan feature allows one to borrow $50,000 or 50% of their account value, whatever's less, and use that for any purpose. So that's really attractive because the SEP IRA has no loan feature. The solo 401k also had the Roth option. So for people who love Roths and wanted to do employee deferrals in Roth, that $18,500 or $24,500 could be in Roth, whereas we know the SEP profit sharing is only pre-tax. The solo 401k is essentially easy to operate. You can be the trustee of your plan. If you want to do self-directed alternative assets, you don't need a special IRA custodian. You can do it through a Wells Fargo or Fidelity. Why? Because a solo 401k, the administrator or trustee has the control and has reporting requirements, whereas an IRA, the custodian has reporting requirements. So if the IRA, in the IRA world, since the custodian has reporting requirements, you're going to need a special custodian and pay them a fee to do those reporting requirements. In the solo K, because you as the trustee or plan administrator have all the reporting requirements, the banks like Wells Fargo or Fidelity are okay with you having the ability to use their accounts to do alternative assets and also traditional investments since you're doing the reporting. So that's why the solo 401k is, I think, so much more advantageous than the SEP. Prior to 01 and ECTRA, yeah, I understand why people did SEPs. Now there's no reason. It's almost malpractice. Unless you're under 50 and you're going to max out anyways because you're not getting the catch-up and you don't want to do alternative assets like real estate, then okay, I'm okay if you do the SEP. I'll live with that. But if you're over 50, if you're not going to max out, if you want to do alternative asset investments, if you like the Roth, then you shouldn't be in a SEP. You need to be in a solo K. The solo 401k will beat the SEP every time. It's like the Golden State Warriors against everyone else. The rest of the NBA's got no chance. The SEP IRA has no chance against the solo 401k. It will lose every time. It's like going into the rink against Muhammad Ali. You're not going to win. So I'm not sure why people still set up SEPs unless you're maxing out and you're under 50 and you don't care about the catch-up and you're going to max out anyways. You don't care about alternative assets. You don't care about Roth. But if you care about those things and you want those options, then do a solo K. If you don't care about alternative assets, you can set up a solo 401k at a local bank. But if you want to do alternative assets and want the loan and want the Roth, there's providers like IRA Financial that will let you do so. It's inexpensive, it's quick. You can roll anything but a Roth IRA into it. Very little administration. If you have less than 250K in your plan, there's nothing to report. If you have more than 250K, simple 5500 EZ, 2 pages, due July 31. Literally take you 5 minutes to do. You get help doing it. You mail it in. no-brainer, and it shouldn't stop you from doing the solo K. The solo 401k is a far better retirement plan than the SEP, and really there's no reason to do the SEP IRA again unless you're going to max out, you're under 50, and don't care about the loan or the Roth or the power of doing non-recourse leverage using real estate. So all in all, I think the solo K wins out all the time. Every time, it's to me the best retirement plan for the self-employed.